What's up everybody? I have a very special video for you today. This video I really wanted to make for a while, and everybody knows me from my Trials Fusion tracks, my Trials Evolution tracks, and soon my Trials Rising tracks. So I wanted to go back and revisit the very first Trials Fusion track I ever made. The track is called Ruby, and right now it actually has been downloaded by over 80,000 people on the Xbox One alone. I don't know about the other platforms because I don't own Trials Fusion on the other platforms, but at least on the Xbox One it has done pretty well, and it has been downloaded many times, and it's very highly rated. So I'm very thankful and grateful to the community for making it get as much exposure as it has. But nobody knows the story behind this track except for me, and soon you will too. The story for this track starts all the way back to early 2014. My wife and I had already been married for about 7 years. We had 3 kids, and my wife suddenly was talking about, you know, if we ever have another kid, I hope it's a girl, and if it is, we're gonna name her Ruby. What do you think about that name? And I thought it was a great name. I think the name Ruby is a really cool name. It's a really cute name, and I just went with it. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and build a track with the name Ruby and put the theme as a ruby cavern, and it's gonna look just so good. It's gonna look really beautiful when you enter it. It's gonna be just something that hasn't been done before, at least not to this degree. I basically made a ruby cavern using a bunch of prime objects and point lights, and it all just came together so well. But before I actually made the track and decided on the theme and everything like that, there was a event that Red Links had promoted for PAX East 2014 called Track Jam. And they had invited a bunch of well-known Trials Evolution track builders to fly out to Boston, meet the developers, and create a brand new track for Trials Fusion, which at that point had not been released yet. I was invited to go, and I would have loved to go. Just meet everybody behind the game, meet a bunch of other fellow builders in real life. It would have been just a great time. Unfortunately, I couldn't make it because family life, I was really busy, and of course the work life, it was just, I had way too much going on, and I just couldn't do it. I would have loved to have gone, but I couldn't. But as a thank you anyways, they went ahead and sent me a care package with some Trials Fusion stickers and this flag you see behind me, which is signed by a bunch of the guys behind the game. And I am so thankful for that, and thankful for the opportunity that they presented me with back in 2014. And I said to myself, you know what, even though I'm not able to go to this thing, this PAX East, and do this Trials Fusion track building, it would have been amazing, but what I decided to do anyway is I wanted to make the track that I would have made had I gone. So that's exactly what I did. I threw together this track that has been in my head for a while, that I was thinking about building, but I couldn't because Trials Fusion wasn't out yet. So as soon as it was out, I immediately started plugging away at the editor and making this track. The end result of the track itself is just it's a great track. It's a nice medium difficulty track. You're just, it starts off, you know, pretty simple. You got some basic ramps, and then you go down into this cavern, and it's just this huge jump, this huge ramp, and as soon as you fly up the ramp, you are just catapulted into this ruby cavern, and you see these rubies all over, and you see a waterfall, and it's just this beautiful space that I wanted to make and show everybody. So I think the track itself visually came together really nicely. It's a simple theme, and it just works, and a lot of people really enjoyed it, which is awesome to see. I love seeing all the positive feedback on any track I build, but this one was a very special track because it was the track that I would have built had I gone to PAX East in 2014. Now, I did make one mistake in the track, and this is one of those things that I don't like about Trials whenever you upload tracks, is because if you screw something up, if you mess up somewhere, then you don't have a chance to go back and fix it once your track is already uploaded. And this unfortunately happened to this Ruby track. And so what happened was, I think it's the second jump or something like that, I originally had made it to where if you land on an explosive barrel, it would not only cause a fault, which is what it should do, but it also destroyed the obstacle that you just came from. Like the ramp just fall down to the floor, and it just kind of destroyed the actual obstacles. And I thought that was a neat little touch. It just kind of affected more objects than just the rider. So when I went back and was playtesting my track, without even thinking about it, I went ahead and I added custom collisions to one of the ramps to make it more smooth. But the problem is I didn't test the physics on it after I did that. So what happened was, this is what I originally had planned. and this is what the end result was because of my custom collisions. I hate it whenever I mess up a track and I can't go back and fix it. But it's still a great track. I mean, that's just a minor detail and a lot of people just don't think twice about it, but those things really bother me. But still, you know, it is what it is, and I enjoy the track still for what it is. So after that track became very successful and widely recognized within the Trials community, the Trials Fusion community right at the beginning, it was a great experience overall, and I'm happy to report that after that track was made and after the track was uploaded, my wife and I actually conceived our fourth child. It was a girl. We named her Ruby. And she is so smart, so beautiful, and she loves Trials. That is it's just perfect. I love her so much. I love all my kids, but yeah, she's kind of the inspiration for this track before she was even conceived. This is Ruby. She's a silly, beautiful princess. Anyways, you guys, thank you very much for watching. Please like these videos and subscribe if you like to see Trials content. I've got a lot of Trials Rising stuff planned for this channel. It's gonna be nuts. I'm gonna just blow it out of the water, and Ruby here is gonna help me. So if you want to see more of it, please like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.